How to use SMS to make money. Insider Secrets, part 1 of 2. Okay guys, so we're going to be talking about SMS in this video and you're going to love it. I mean, there's some really cool things by the end of the series, and this is a 2-part series. There's this video and there's one other. I'll put a link in the description below. You can go to the other video too, but by the end of this you're going to know how to make money with SMS. And what's SMS? It's texting people. That's it. Sending message to people's cell phones. People, you got to think about this, get their cell phone and they get notifications every single time they get a text, right? And they don't know, almost nobody turns that off. Now if you were to send them an email, they don't always check their email. They don't always have notifications on for email. I know I don't. I never have that on. I only see my emails if I go to check it. So if it's a time sensitive thing, they can forget about it because I'm not checking it constantly. Same thing with messengers and bots and all that. But text, guys, text, come on, everybody sees their text all day long. That's how we communicate now. So by the end of this video series, you're going to know how to make money with your company. Let's jump in here right now and let's get going. Don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell, turn on all bell notifications so you're notified every single time I upload a video, every single time I go live. Give me a thumbs up if you would. All right, let's check this out. The first thing you can do with SMS messaging or texting is to start a loyalty program. More businesses are moving to loyalty programs, and the businesses that move to loyalty programs instead of trying to go out and acquire new customers are noticing a 70 to 80% retention of the current people they have, and those people are going to be the most profitable. Once you have somebody on your list, they're more likely to buy from you than a stranger is. Matter of fact, one study showed that 82% of the people preferred dealing with a company that had a loyalty program over one that did not. On average, having a loyalty program over companies who didn't have a loyalty program had a 125% higher profit margin than the companies that didn't. Now I'm going to put a graphic up on the screen here. I want you to check it out. This is why customers participate in loyalty programs. 57% of them say it saves money. Okay, they want to save some money. 37.5% said receiving rewards, 3% said earning rewards, and 1.6% said others. So it only makes sense for businesses to gravitate towards loyalty program strategies, but some businesses, well, they're better at doing this and they have really good tactics. Number 2 is to build referrals from loyal buyers that you already have through text messaging. So your loyal customers are very likely, if they have good service from you, to refer their friends and family back to your business. So that's why this is so important. Okay, so this little chart I'm going to put up on here, NPS right here. NPS is called the Net Promoter Score. You can see here, if the term's new to you, your business's NPS score shows the level of loyalty your customers have for the business. It also shows you how likely they'll recommend your product or service to their friends or colleagues. So the detractors score 0 to 6 are unhappy customers who can damage your brand and impede growth through negative word of mouth. A passive, the 7 to 8, and that's the normal, are satisfied but unenthusiastic customers who are vulnerable to competitive offers. And the promoters, this is who you want, score 9 to 10 are loyal enthusiasts who will keep buying and fuel growth by referring others. So on a scale of 1 to 10, you can see how it breaks down. In a Bain and Company study, shoppers who've bought 10 or more times from you refer 50% more buyers than one-time shoppers. So the best audience to target for your referral program is frequent buyers, that high-end people. Number 3, and this only goes if you have a storefront, but boost subscriber base by targeting in-store shoppers. This is for those of you who also have an in-store place. The line separating the online and offline world is quickly blurring out. Okay, it's becoming the same thing, and this isn't only about virtual or augmented reality. You know, the simple mobile phone has become an instrument in bringing your local store online. You can put all kinds of attractive offers in your retail shops and ask your in-store shoppers to subscribe to SMS exchange for incentives. Okay, so you can offer them 10% off or 20% off if they subscribe. You can offer different discount types depending on your strategy. For instance, maybe you're going to want to ask your customers to subscribe using a short code by SMS for a credit card. Number 4 is not really, I guess it's a tactic, but it's not really. It is to track and measure your customer engagement. This is so important. I think a lot of times we'll put something in place but we never track it, we never measure it. You know, I've asked people, say, you know, well, I'm doing this email marketing campaign. I say, how's it work? And they're like, I guess it's okay. I guess it's okay. How's your SMS marketing? Oh, I guess it's okay. You know, you've got to check it. You've got to track and measure this stuff as you go along. And here's the truth: if it's working for you, you want to do more of it. Okay, and if it's not working for you, you want to change it or stop it. So you've got to check on a periodic basis to see what's going on. Number 5 is you can use SMS for calls to action. The CTR, or click-through rate, on SMS messaging is much higher than it is online or on your phone for other types of calls to action. The text messaging ones are much better. Now you got to understand, if you're doing text messaging, the call to action's got to be a little bit different. Okay, you don't want to have the same kind of thing that you would have online, like click here to read more. That doesn't make sense on a phone. However, you want to have ones like click the link, call us, text back, visit us. Those all make sense on a phone. Number 6, to manage your product recalls and returns. This is really cool, guys. This really speeds things up. If you have a return or recall or whatever it is, and somebody's trying to get it back to you, you can text message them what they want. They can click on it, they can print out, you know, whatever receipt they need, whatever label they need, pop it on the package, and away it goes. And this really makes people happy, because they don't have to go through all the effort of trying to find a label to print out and doing all that stuff. They just get a text, and once they've got the text, they can click it. Now the cool thing is, when somebody wants to do a return, what you can do is you can say, send us your phone number and we'll send you a link that you can print out this return label. Well, that's awesome, isn't it? Because what you've done is now you've got their phone number that you can market to them with. Now here's a text right here, which I thought was kind of interesting. It says, this is a recall on item Samsung washer. Please review the information immediately to prevent any potential health hazard. So all you gotta do is click there, because this is a recall notification texted to a user. I mean, how cool is that, right? That's pretty neat. For mass defects, your first call would be to stop all distribution of the products, and then send recall notifications to your customers through SMS. So you can keep them up to date on safety things, you can keep them up to date on sales. I mean, there's so many different things you can do with text messaging, and almost everybody will click on a text message. And number 7 is pretty cool, because what it does is it incorporates 2 different medias. What it does is you use SMS to boost your email open rate. How do you do that? Well, what we do is we'll send them a text message that says, hey, we just sent you a link to the webinar, we're starting in 15 minutes, go check your email. That's pretty cool, right? Because if you're sending them a link to, let's say, a webinar they signed up for a day or 2 ago, they may have totally forgotten about it, they may have lost track of time, and when you send them a text and say we're starting in 15 minutes, go check your email, they go, oh my gosh, and they can get over there and they can check their email. Now I know some of the texting software we have that's built into our webinars does not allow us to put the link to the actual webinar, so we have to tell them, go check your email and click on your email to go to the webinar. I'm sure that will improve. However, you work with what you got right now. Now I'll tell you something really cool about this. When you do this, one of the studies they found is that by texting them about an email, it increased the open rates of the emails by 20 to 30%. That's huge, guys. It really is. So you want to consider doing that. Now what we've recently done is we've added a phone number to all of our opt-in forms. I sat down and did that the other day. Very time consuming, because we have a lot of opt-in forms. However, by doing that, you can start collecting phone numbers. And some of you are going to say, what if they give us a home phone number? People have home phones? Seriously? They still have home phones? Okay. Well, I don't think you'll have the majority of the people with that. I think the majority of the people have mobile phones now. So that's what I would go with. No, a text won't work for a home phone, but I would say most people don't have home phones anymore. That's really kind of died out. I don't think that's a thing anymore. So you don't have to worry about that. Now, the one thing I will tell you is a lot of people don't want to give up their phone number. So what we do is we have an opt-in form, and their name and their email is required. They have to put those 2 things in there. But we also have a spot for the telephone, and that's not required. You don't have to put in your phone number, but it's there. And what I found is most people will go ahead and put in their phone number not knowing that it's not required. Now there is a little red asterisk by all of the fields that are actually required, but phone number is not required, and yet most people still put them in there. We've gathered a lot of phone numbers over the years, just not knowingly, you know, somehow I guess when they put in their orders, you know, we got their phone numbers and all that for shipping, which is very helpful to us. But I would suggest you add that to all your opt-in forms. One thing that is a downside to that is you'll have fewer opt-ins, but I don't think by much of a percentage, because most people who don't want to give your phone number will look to see if it's required field or not, and if it's not a required field, they'll still go ahead and opt in. Some of them won't understand that, and you could lose out on some, but I think that's going to be a small percentage. So I hope this helped you out. I think you know, as things change, we have to change the way we market, and certainly texting is the communication mode of the world right now. It just is. You know, there's all kinds of messaging now, you know, through social media platforms, through people's telephones, and it's just the way people communicate. Most people do not want to talk on the phone anymore. They don't want you to call them and tell them about a sale. They would almost be offended by that. But if you send them a text and say click here to see what's 20% off today, you know, we have a flash sale up until midnight, a lot of people will click, and you'll get real good results from that. So I hope that helped you out. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget, this is a 2-part series, so what you're going to want to do is look in the description below. There's a link there. You need to click that link and go to video 2. Really important that you watch video 2. Video 2 is going to wrap all this up and give you some kind of insider secrets that you're really going to need to make this work well. Thank you so much for watching the video. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on all bell notifications. So important that you do that, so you're notified every time I upload a video, every time I go live. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Thumbs up are super important. Do that on all my videos. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Hey, thanks for watching my video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and click that little bell right there so you can be notified every time I do a new video. Also, click on one of those videos there. Keep watching on my channel.